8th, Town Council meeting to order, and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Ms. Khan.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'll begin with Councilor Blanks.
Present.
Mayor Cantor.
Here.
Councilor Cortez.
Here.
Councilor Fay.
Here.
Councilor McGinnis. Councilor Poland.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Sweeney.
Here.
Councilor Winograd.
Here.
And Councilor Zandanowits.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Public forum, I'm guessing Casper might have signed up, but we should check. All right, and while you are getting the public forum, which I don't think there is anybody signed up, I am beyond heartbroken that today, again, we are pausing and thinking about families in a community that is ripped apart by horrible gun violence. And so I want to take a moment of silence, but first mention Evelyn Dreckhouse, Hallie Scruggs, and William Kinney, all 9 years old. Cynthia Peak, Catherine Kuntz, and Mike Hill, 61, 60, and 61 years old, who were gunned down in a elementary school in Nashville, Tennessee. And I just also wanted to say there were 12 shootings in K through 12 campuses, leaving 10 dead this year. There have been 130 mass shootings in 87 days of the year. And then I'm going to read a poem, and then we'll do this is by a young lady after Monterey Park shooting. Morning, America. Today I am 18 years old. At age 17 yesterday, and the day before, I woke up to mourning. That's M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G. I woke up to mourn what was before me. When there have been more mass shootings in the year than there have been days, and when there are more guns in the U.S. than there are people, you wonder if 18, the legal age to buy a gun, is worth celebrating. Lunar New Year always occurs around my birthday. We wear red for good luck and eat long noodles for longevity, put our hands together like a prayer. But now we pray. You would think the gun industry has joined us in our spring cleaning, the way our deaths are so easily swept under the rug. We set off firecrackers to ward off evil, but I hear gunshots. Maybe if I wear enough red, bullets will stop wearing holes in our communities. My culture is my inheritance, and the biggest evil is how I inherit gun violence has become to our culture. We've crossed into the year of the rabbit. I think we've had enough time to learn this lesson from one end of the barrel, and it's easy to see prey. It should not be this easy to turn sacred into scared. We wish, can our happiness only be fleeting and fleeing? Our best method to avoid death? It's been 18 years since my birth. I've celebrated 18 Lunar New Years. This holiday means sleeping under my pillow for 15 days. It means wake up. It's beyond time to make a good morning. This is by Ariana Lee, 18 years old. And we'll just have a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, Mr. Sweeney, number 4.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Madam Mayor, without objection, I move that items 5A, 5B, 7C, 10A, 10B, and 10C be placed on the consent calendar.
Is there any objection? There being no objection, the items are placed on consent. Mr. Sweeney?
Madam Mayor, without objection, I move adoption of the consent calendar.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Then we go to number 7, Mr. Sweeney.
Madam Mayor, I make a motion to adopt the resolution appropriating a Connecticut Department of Transportation Improvement Program grant to support the construction of the Trout Brook Trail.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Mr. Ledwith.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The town of West Hartford was awarded a grant from the State of Connecticut Department of Transportation Local Transportation Capital Improvement Program, also known as LOTSIP. and a total of $1,174,000 to fund Phase 6 of the Trout Brook Trail. We had previously been awarded an amount of $512,000 for Phase 6, but due to design changes requested by DEEP, as well as delays attributable to the maintenance agreement and easement required for the use of state-owned land, we requested and were awarded a grant of $1.1 million to meet these additional costs. This will be used to fund Phase 6 of the Trout Brook Trail, which is from Fern Street to Duffield, and that will be completed this year. I will turn it back to you, Madam Mayor, for any questions that the council has.
Thank you, Mr. Ledwith. We're very excited to have this trail continue to get completely connected, so that'll be great. Any questions for
I just have a few.
Ms. Spikes?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Ledwith. Just, it's probably just technical stuff. As I was reading it, just trying to understand some of the terminology. I'm also happy this trail is being extended because now that I have a little more time, I have been experiencing the trail.
Good.
But I noticed that some of the material that's being used, it referred it to, is it bituminous concrete? Almost sounds like some faux stuff.
Bituminous, yes.
Faux concrete, perhaps? Could you just describe that a little? And then I think I had another question, which was on the, I want to say the barrier. What was it referred to? Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I'll look for it. Guide rail, the guide rail. The purpose of the guide rail, because on the trail by New Park coming out to South Quaker, I don't think there's a guide rail there. So I was trying to figure out the purpose of the guide rail on the trail.
Through you, Madam Mayor, to Councilor Blanks, I'd actually have to talk to Dwayne Martin, our Director of Community Development, and Greg Summer, our Town Engineer. That may be, trying to think about the trail as it moves from Fern to Duffield will be along the brook itself.
Yep.
So it may be something that is
Safety.
a divider between the trail and the brook. But
Okay.
I can confirm that.
Okay.
Bituminous, I'd need to find out. the
Bituminous
definition.
is the tar of the, yeah, it's asphalt.
Ah, thank
The
you.
asphalt that's
Yeah,
used
unfortunately,
to
this is what happened.
Continuous concrete though, right?
Yes, that's
So
what
that's
it's
the, that's a
referred to.
material, it's like coarse aggregate, fine aggregate, it's a type of,
Component
it's a
that
little different.
mixes?
It's not fake though.
Okay, so it's just kind of a mix that they
Yeah,
use
it's a
for the
different one
concrete?
For like driveways, I mean, not driveways, for pathways, and they don't use it for roads or driveways, they use it for something that's not impacted as much.
Okay, so something that's not gonna get a lot of traffic? Okay.
And the biggest advantage, you don't have to seal it.
Oh,
That
okay.
is why they put that in.
Okay, and it's longer lasting, is that what?
Yeah, and
Okay.
it requires less maintenance.
So many engineers. Okay.
I love it.
Well, great.
Thank you.
I'm impressed.
May I say a comment?
Thank
Yes,
you.
Ms. Fay.
I'm sorry, Carol, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I have one more question, and the PAL, what does that stand for? I was trying to find in the report itself what the PAL initials stood for, and I couldn't find that. That was the only,
I'll get back to you on that as well, Councilor Blanks.
Thank you, Ms. Blanks. Ms. Fay? Go.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Just really quickly, I think the spot where this is going, I love that trail, and I actually have been on it a handful of times. And to get to it from where I am, which is where that corner is on Duffield, not too far from Credmore, you have to drive. Or you can't really walk because there's no sidewalks. This is going to be such a great addition for the folks on that end of town. And it's just so perfect to be able to walk because we're trying to become more walkable in town. It's lovely, and now you can be safe at it at the same time. So it's going to be great. Thank you.
I couldn't agree more. Mr. Sedanowitz, did you know what?
Well, no, I don't want to, because there's a couple different meanings for it, so I don't want to, because it could use a phase line thing. It's a more technical term, and I don't want to get it wrong. There's a couple technical terms.
Okay.
I was originally going to say, but
Okay.
I think I may just.
Okay. All right. So we'll wait for the experts to answer. All right. Any other questions, comments? Very exciting. Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Letter B, Mr. Sweeney.
Madam Mayor, I make a motion to adopt the resolution appropriating grant funds from the Federal Emergency Management Agency Emergency Food and Shelter Program.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Mr. Lively?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This resolution appropriates a grant award in the amount of $4,858 from the FEMA Emergency Food and Shelter Program. Social Services will appropriate these funds to the social assistance account to help residents at risk of homelessness and mortgage, rent, and utilities assistance. Ms. Bazinski, our Assistant Director of Social Services, will join us at our next Human and Community Services meeting to talk a little bit more about this grant. It's not a tremendous amount of money there, but we'll have a more formal plan in terms of what we can discuss with the council at that point. The next meeting won't take place until May, and we wanted to get the funds appropriated as soon as possible. So we'll bring it to the committee in May.
Thank you, Mr. Ledwith. So do you know if this is a formula kind of fund, or is this something we applied for?
We
or?
applied for the grant and were awarded. It wasn't based on a formula. From what I understand, it was just a flat amount of $4,800.
Okay.
So,
All right, more to follow. All right, any other comments, questions? All right, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. So we go to 11. Oh, no, sorry, Town Manager's report. Sorry.
Oh, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Corporation Council.
Begin the Town Manager's report with a summary of some upcoming meetings. We have our Public Safety Committee Budget Workshop tomorrow evening, Wednesday, March 29th at 5 p.m. That meeting will be virtual. We have a Town Council and Board of Education Financial Committee Workshop on the budget on Thursday, March 30th. So that's 2 days from now at 7 p.m. That will be in person here in the council chambers. We have our second Town Council public hearing on the budget on Monday, April 3rd, here in the council chambers at 2 p.m. We have a budget workshop for Public Works, Facilities, and Sustainability on Monday, April 10th at 6 p.m. That's a summary of some upcoming meetings. In terms of staff reports, happy to report that for the third time in 3 months, West Hartford has been placed at the top of the list for best places to live in Connecticut. Last week, Niche.com released its rankings of the best places to live, and for the 6th straight year, West Hartford was named 2023 Best Place to Live in Connecticut. You'll recall that Livability and Study Finds recently recognized West Hartford as well for being the best place to live in Connecticut, which is just a tremendous honor. 6 years in a row with Niche. Sometimes you can, you keep receiving these accolades and you can take them for granted. We never do. 169 towns in the state of Connecticut, and this is just a tremendous honor for us. It's a reflection of the work of our town council, your vision, setting policy, certainly our staff, our employees, the over hundreds of folks who volunteer on our many boards and commissions, our residents, and our business partners here in town. So our school district as well, just a tremendous honor for West Hartford, something we're very proud of, and look forward to hitting that list again next year for our 7th year in a row. Recycling center, as we've talked about in our Public Works, Facilities, and Sustainability Committee meetings, going through a slight reorganization down at Brixton Street. So beginning yesterday, the town's recycling center closed for maintenance and reorganization. It will reopen on Wednesday, April 5th. We will have Saturday hours of 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. beginning April 8th. And then biweekly curbside pickup yard waste begins the week of April 3rd. After 30 years, the landfill at Brixton Street will close permanently, and the manufacturing of leaf compost and wood mulch will end. Public Works will serve only as a transfer station of acceptable recycling material beginning April 5th. Commercial yard waste and clean wood will no longer be accepted at the town's Yard Waste and Recycling Center. This includes material brought in by permitted residents with side businesses that generate frequent volumes of yard waste and clean wood material. Contractors may bring their yard waste to private facilities in Bloomfield and Farmington, two sites that manufacture compost and mulch. In fact, West Hartford will also be bringing our own yard waste from our biweekly collections beginning in April to Bloomfield as well. The Board of Assessment Appeals held hearings over 5 days with residents and businesses interested in having their assessments reevaluated. The board will make a decision on each of the 155 appeals and report their findings by early next week. Total appeals heard last year was 258, so the 155 is down from last year's number. And the 2022 grand list will be adjusted based on these appeals. The Metropolitan District will be conducting its state-mandated annual watershed sanitary survey and inspection program beginning in April. The purpose of the program, which will continue through November, is to prevent contamination of the MDC's drinking water supplies as a result of septic system failure, erosion, runoff, and other potential pollutants. Routine field inspections take only a few minutes and will be conducted by MDC's watershed inspector, who carries appropriate MDC identification and drives an authorized MDC vehicle. The inspector does not enter homes, and the inspection is limited to the exterior portions of the real property. In 2022, the MDC inspected 1,014 watershed properties. If a violation or an issue is detected, it is reported to the property owner and health officials as required by law. Property owners may receive more information by contacting the MDC Watershed Management Union, Barkhamsted Water Supply Division at 860-278-7850, extension 3120. The report will be posted online so folks can access that information directly from our website as well. That concludes this evening's town manager's report. Happy to answer any questions that the council had through you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Ledwith. Just a question. Have the contractors that serve our community been contacted about the changes in?
They have been.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're starting to hear from some of them.
Yes.
I know some of the
Okay.
councils.
That's what I. All right.
We will
Any-
continue that outreach
Yeah.
through the spring.
Okay. Thank you very much. And
You're welcome.
Bloomfield has capacity to handle.
They do, as does
Yeah.
Farmington.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any questions for the town manager? All right. Corporation Counsel, Mr. Dodge.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have no formal report this evening. However, we will require an executive session after the announcements to discuss strategy and negotiation with respect to a pending claim against the town. For anybody who's watching at home, I don't expect that the town council will take any action when we return from that executive session. With that, Madam Mayor, I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone may have.
Thank you, Mr. Dodge. Are there questions for Corporation Counsel? Okay. Seeing none, we then go to announcements. First, DTC actually did a food drive on Sunday. It was a little soggy, but it was really, we have an incredibly generous community. There were well over 1,200 food items that stocked the shelves at the food pantry, which is really wonderful. So we're grateful to everyone who donated and made that happen. 2023 Arts Workforce Initiative Summer Apprenticeships is the Connecticut Department of DECD, Department of Economic and Community Development of Arts is accepting submissions from individuals who are interested in the summer apprenticeships with a non-profit arts organization. They work 25 hours a week for 10 weeks and are paid $15 an hour. The program runs June through August. The application deadline is Thursday, March 30th at 12 p.m. Community of Concern, March 30th, will host an interactive event at Bristol Middle School, 7 to 8:30 p.m., focused on tips and tools to talk to kids regarding substance abuse and prevention. Adults and youth are invited to this event to learn, discuss, and develop prevention and early intervention strategies for youth substance use. For more information, contact the Community of Concern. Northwest Catholic presents Little Women, the musical, March 30th to April 1st. There's also April 2nd at 2 p.m. Tickets can be purchased through the Northwest Catholic High School site. Author Talk, A Place Called Home with David Ambrose, April 4th. His memoir, A Place Called Home, is a gut-wrenching personal account of his early life of poverty, homelessness, and foster care. He is a national poverty and child welfare expert and advocate. Registration is suggested. Comedy Night, that's a hard segue. Comedy Night, April 8th, for Playhouse on Park for 90 minutes of laughs. Jess Miller and Corey Manning are set to co-headline. BYOB tickets are $20. All seats are reserved. For tickets, call the Playhouse on Park box office. West Hartford Symphony Orchestra Spring Classical Concert will take place at Kingswood Oxford School at April 2nd at 3 p.m., featuring 6 soloists. And you can purchase tickets online at whso.org. Foundation Fun Day, April 22nd, is sponsored by the West Hartford Public Schools. This will take place on Town Hall grounds from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and will feature a town-wide scavenger hunt, a silent auction, a raffle drawing, and a free family educational interactive games and activities with an Earth Day theme. So go to the whps.org foundation website to learn more and purchase raffle tickets. 2023 Children's Charity Ball to benefit the Bridge. This is the Bridge Family Center's signature fundraiser. It will be held at Hartford Golf Club. Event features a reception, silent auction, followed by dinner. Tickets are $200. You can contact the Bridge for any information. And Playhouse on Park presents Dandelion April 25th to May 14th. This is adapted from the book by Don Freeman, and the show will run from, again, it will cost $25. Children, students, and seniors also get a $2.50 discount. Any other announcements? Ms. Blanks?
I have one. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just want to send a shout out to Chief Priest and his staff for allowing the council to visit all of the fire stations in town. I think it was very eye-opening and educational for all of us. So again, thank you to you, Rick, as well as to Chief Priest. And as I always say on the Public Safety Committee meeting, keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Blanks. Mr. Cortez.
West Hartford United Methodist Church is going to be hosting a diaper drive for the months of April and May. And it'll benefit a town that cares. So there's a drop box outside. You can leave diapers at all sizes, and I think some other items, but I can't remember. So
Adult too, or no?
except for mom.
Just asking.
That will come over.
All right. Okay, Mr. Sweeney.
I just wanted to acknowledge the students and the performers and the crew for the Frozen performance at Conard. I know I ran into a lot of people in town. It was a very hot ticket to get. Kudos to my wife for getting those. Also saw Corporation Counsel Dodge's better half there as well with his daughter. So it was a great event, and it's every time we go to an event hosted by the schools, it's always an amazing thing to see these young people shine, particularly the performers. And I think what is left out is the preparation by the crew, all of the students that go into it. And it was such an honor because I think it was only like 30 schools in the country get this honor. So it was quite a thing, and great to see the community out supporting it. So.
Thank you, Mr. Sweeney. And 6 sold-out shows. It was very impressive. Excellent. And any more? Mr. Winograd.
Just one other, that Congregation Beth Israel is celebrating their 180th anniversary, particularly a significant number in the Jewish tradition, and congratulations to Beth Israel for a long time in our community, and both in Hartford and here. And there'll be a gala on Saturday. Tickets are sold out, but I'm sure it'll be a great time.
Thank you, Mr. Winograd, and that's where I was married, and it has extra meaning. It's a beautiful synagogue, and founded by German Jews that left some difficult times. So anyway, it's a very, yeah. All right. Any other? All right, we are going to go into executive session, so I'm assuming people are not going to listen beyond. So I just want to wish people a meaningful Ramadan, happy Easter, and happy Passover, because I don't think we will see you or talk to you before that, but we are going into executive session. Mr. Sweeney.
Madam Mayor, without objection, I move that we open up the agenda to add discussion of claim number L003764-232.
Is there any objection? There being no objection, the item is added to the agenda. Mr. Sweeney.
Madam Mayor, without objection, I move that we go into executive session for the purpose of discussing strategy and negotiation with regard to a pending claim.
Is there any objection? There being no objection, we will enter into executive session. I'd like to invite the town manager, corporation counsel, deputy corporation counsel, and attorney Tom Gerard to join us. Thank you. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Is there any objection?
No.
Hearing no objection, we are now adjourned.
Thank you.
Good night and happy holidays.
Good night, everybody.